Good evening. You're welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform, Facebook Live from 3 Pest Trade Academy. My name is Dele Ayimibo. We continue our conversation from where we stopped in the morning. Remember, we are still discussing AFCFTA, the what, the why, and the how to export to Nigeria. AFCFTA, the what, the why, and how to export to Nigeria. In the morning, we discussed pre-import documentation. Pre-import documentation. And this evening, we are going to be discussing post-import documentation. Post-import documentation. We've discussed the pre-import. We're going to be discussing post-import documentation. International trade is largely a business of documentation, first of all. And that's very important to state that very clearly. International trade is largely a business of documentation. And because of that, being able to know, understand, and handle documents appropriately becomes a major skill that anyone in international trade must have. A major skill that anyone in international trade must have. If you don't have that skill, I'm sorry, you are not going to be able to have a smooth sailing. In fact, you might incur losses. You might incur losses. You might incur losses. Being able to understand the documentation is a major challenge that must be dealt with. Now, but do you know what happened? If you are unable to do it, you run the risk of losing money unnecessarily. There is the delay, discrepancies, demurrage, challenges of trade, and Nigeria is not left out as far as that risk is concerned. So this series of video we're doing is actually to enable Africans to take advantage of the Nigerian market and to enable Nigerians to take advantage of the Nigerian market. To enable Nigerians to partner with other Africans to take advantage of the Nigerian market. This is so critical and this is so important. Documentation is the major challenge of many people in international trade. Documentation is going to be the how do I call it now? The critical success factor. And if documentation is not effectively taken care of, you might have a situation in which
the overall course complete.
Sorry for the I need to put something on that to avoid distraction. So today, in the post-import documentation, there are two degrees of documentation. There is the shipping document and there is the exchange control document. To put it in perspective, you can call it pre-clearance document and post-clearance document. Pre-clearance document and post-clearance document. Pre-clearance, post-clearance. Pre-clearance is the shipping document. Post-clearance is the exchange control document. Pre-clearance is the shipping document, while post-clearance is the exchange control document. Pre-clearance, post-clearance. Pre-clearance, post-clearance. Pre-clearance documents are the documents required to process pre-arrival assessment report in Nigeria. And this same pre-clearance document is the one required to clear the goods. What does the pre-clearance document involve? What does the pre-clearance document involve? Transport document like bill of lading, invoice, packing list, product certificate, certificate of origin, certificate of analysis, manufacturer certificate, and any other document required by the buyer to clear the goods, and any other documents required by the buyer to clear the goods. Those documents will be clearly specified. If those documents are clearly specified and they are not complete, on a letter of credit transaction, that could form a basis for no payment. In letter of credit transaction, that could be a basis for non-payment. Why? That means you have not provided all the required documents to make the transaction a success. That means you have not provided all the required documents to make the transaction a success. This is so important, because at the end of the day, if those documents are not provided, you know what it does? It makes it very tough. It makes it very difficult. It makes it almost impossible for the buyer to be able to clear their goods. And this is very critical and very important. Very critical and very important. Why am I taking time to go through all this? I'm taking time to go through all this in order to ensure that those listening to me don't make the mistake that many people have made in the course of trying to do importation into Nigeria. You need to understand the fact that one of the major challenges of import into Nigeria is numerous documentation. So anybody importing into Nigeria but failing to do what they need to do in terms of documentation will be making life very difficult for the person picking up that product in Nigeria. Making life very difficult for the person picking up that product in Nigeria. It will make life difficult for the person to clear the goods. It will make life difficult for the person to be able to do anything. And this is so important. It's so important because at the end of the day, what will be the use? At the end of the day, what will be the use of all the effort put in if of all the effort put in, if the buyer is unable to get the goods, the shipping document has bill of lading, which give evidence of title, which will allow the shipping line to release the goods. This pre-clearance shipping document have the invoice that is going to determine the duty payable. This document has the packing list that will help us to be able to know exactly how the goods were arranged in the container. It has the inspection report that gives us an insight into the quality of the item in question. I'm basically saying that these documents are so crucial, these documents are so important. If they are not taken care of, it will spell doom for whoever is clearing the goods. It will spell doom for whoever is clearing the goods. At the end of the day, all the effort will be wasted. Like I said earlier, trade is largely a business of documentation and, of course, logistics. So every T's must be crossed, every I must be dotted as far as those documents are concerned. In the case of Nigeria, certificate of origin must be there to show where the good is coming from. If these documents are incomplete, the person will not be able to process pre-arrival assessment report. And if you are not able to process pre-arrival assessment report, you cannot process duty payment. If you do not pay duty, you cannot clear the goods. If you do not clear the goods on time, you are going to be incurring demurrage. Remember, demurrage is the fee paid for the usage of container beyond the free period while container is in the custody of the shipping line. Demurrage is the fee paid for the usage of container beyond the free period while container is in the custody of the shipping line. All right. The next document is the post-clearance document. Please note that for the post-clearance document, which is also called the exchange control document, there are requisite documents in Nigeria required by the regulation to show evidence that the importer in question have done what he needs to do in terms of legitimately clearing the goods and paying duty payable to government. Do you know that? Do you know that? A payment method in Nigeria called bill for collection, which have two options of payment, site payment and tenured. Do you know that site is not allowed because of this document? Site payment is not allowed because of this document. What do I mean by that? This document evidenced that good has been cleared and the importer have paid the fee due to the government. Because it evidenced that payment of all that is due to the government has been done, it becomes a prerequisite document under bill for collection. Unless you are doing LCs, if you do not present exchange control document, you really cannot do bill for collection. That's why bill for collection in Nigeria is tenured and not site. It's tenured and not site. So, what are the documents required for post clearance? All the documents that were presented as pre-clearance are part of the document plus some extra. So bill of lading or airway bill or roadway bill if it's going by road, air or sea. Laboratory test certificate or certificate of analysis. Product certificate, that's SUNCAP certificate or any regulatory certificate as required by the law or regulation. Then the packing list. Then the import duty receipt with SGD number clearly stated on it. The exit note. The single good declaration printout. And pre-arrival assessment report. Pre-arrival assessment report. The last three documents I mentioned, pre-arrival assessment report, single good declaration printout, exit note, and import duty receipt are 4 documents that are most crucial under the exchange control document regime. What exactly do I mean by this? When I initiate my clearance, having given my shipping document, bill of lading, invoice, packing list, certificate of origin, and the like, plus my PAR to my agent, the agent goes to the Direct Trader Input Cafe, DTI, and at the DTI, the agent will first of all help me get, number 1, the pre-arrival, the single good declaration printout. That's the first thing he will get. Single good declaration printout. Single good declaration printout. Now, when he pays the duty, he will also help me get import duty payment receipt. So the custom will check the single good declaration document I have plus the duty payment receipt. They should have the same number. So there is a unique number on the single good declaration printout, and that same number is also on the import duty receipt. Single good declaration is like a document that shows the intention to clear goods. It's like a way of applying to custom that these are the goods I want to clear. No matter number of containers, I will declare everything, and I have one single document that shows what I want to clear. I have one single document that shows what I want to clear. That single document is the single good declaration. Like I said, I will also go and pay my duty, and I have the duty receipt. Now, when I get to the power ruling center to do all the other custom formalities, when I get to the custom processing center where they call CPC, which some people call long room, they will endorse my PAR. They will endorse my PAR. And I need to bring that back to the bank. PAR endorsed by customs. By the time I am moving that good eventually out of the port, I will have the exit note. Since I already have the bill of lading, invoice, packing list, lab report, pro certificate, all of them already with the bank because they came in before from the buyer, from the seller abroad. I, as an importer, I will bring back to the bank pre-arrival assessment report endorsed by custom, single good declaration printout, exit note, import duty receipt with SGD number clearly stated thereon, these 4 documents plus the one with the bank for my post clearance. These 4 documents is what the bank will check. The bank already have the other one, so they won't check that one. They check these 4. If they are in order, bingo, I can go ahead and they will go ahead and pay my bill. You know, remember I said if you are doing bill for collection, nobody will allow you to have access to the forex of Nigeria to pay those bills if you have not shown evidence that you are paying your due to the federal government of Nigeria. So I'll be rounding off now. What I've done this evening is the post-clearance document. Post-import document, which I said is broken down into pre-clearance and post-clearance. Which I said is broken down into pre-clearance, which is the shipping document for clearing the goods, and the estate control document, which is the post-clearance, which shows evidence that the goods have not just been cleared, I have also paid all my dues to the federal government. From tomorrow, and probably till the end of the week, I'll be discussing SON, Standard Organization of Nigeria. I might have to do that for the whole of tomorrow, and probably on Friday, Standard Organization of Nigeria. Standard Organization of Nigeria. Standard Organization of Nigeria issued a document called SONCAP, and I'll be talking about that a lot tomorrow. Thank you very much for listening to me again today. My name is Dele Ayimibo, and this is Import Export Platform Facebook Live from 3 Impest Trade Academy. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.